Kris Jenner's empire appears to be disintegrating before our eyes. The queen bee of reality TV is dealing with a slew of issues, and this time, her bag of tricks may not be enough to save her. So check it out. Rumor has it that Kris Jenner is embroiled in a major scandal involving none other than Diddy and his nefarious dealings. Kris supposedly introduced her own daughter, Kim Kardashian, to Diddy's famed circle of freak-offs. Yes, you heard that correctly. It's reminiscent of a Hollywood thriller. And if that wasn't enough, Kris is in for more bad news. Hulu, the streaming company, has announced the cancellation of the Kardashians show. You can bet Kris is furious over this one. Kris Jenner's difficulties seem to be piling up faster than ever. In an unexpected turn of events, the IRS is now targeting Kris over tax evasion claims made through her California community church. This might have catastrophic ramifications for Kris and everyone close to her. The IRS believes that Kris attempted to cheat taxes, not just for herself, but also for her children by concealing a large sum of money under the pretext of the church. If these charges are accurate, it could spell trouble for not only Kris, but her entire family as well. The possible consequences are tremendous. The IRS has the authority to seize Kris's bank accounts and homes, which may have a disastrous impact on her finances and reputation. If criminal charges are filed against her, Kris and the others implicated may face jail time. As the investigation progresses, one thing is certain: Kris Jenner's life is about to become a lot more complicated. Stay tuned, because this could be the start of the end for the Kardashian matriarch. Kris created California Community Church in 2009. It was originally known as Life Change Church, and Brad Johnson is the lead pastor. He is a Kardashian family acquaintance, and QLGBTQ watchers may remember him as the officiant during Khloe Kardashian and Lamar Odom's wedding. Kris's decision to start her own church may surprise some people. However, the family has a long history of religious beliefs and is frequently seen praying on their shows, as well as posting about it on social media. The primary issue that many people appear to have with Kris starting her own church is that there has been considerable question over the years about the validity of her church. The primary worry here is whether Kris decides to start her own church so that she may claim it as a tax deduction. Within the church, there is a practice called as tithing, in which it is normal to contribute the church 10% of your wages. This sent a lot of tongues wagging about Kris because it's commonly known that she collects 10% of all of her children's earnings, and many found this far too coincidental to believe that there was nothing shady about her starting her own church. This may not appear to be something that anyone should be concerned about at this stage, especially because many managers will often take approximately 10% of their clients' revenues. However, Radar Online alleged that the California Community Church was embroiled in a tax scandal after failing to pay any taxes during its early years. Kris Church's failure to pay taxes may have confused people as to why this was a tax scandal, as churches are free from paying federal, state, and local taxes. However, businesses are required to pay taxes on their payroll expenses, which appears to be what Kris failed to do in this case. This does not sound like something a business-savvy woman like Kris would do. Other issues, such as money and Kris Church, come into play here. One example is that the Kardashians have participated in charity auctions on eBay and donated the proceeds to the California Community Church, allowing them to avoid paying taxes on that money. The other concern is that the church charges a membership fee. Many churches will charge different amounts for their churchgoers. Some will charge an obligatory fee, some will urge members to pay 10% of their wages, but will not make it mandatory, while others will request a little donation anytime someone attends their church. However, the California Community Church costs $1,000 per month to attend their church, implying that it is mostly for the wealthy. Aside from that, it appears that this membership price gives Kris even more money than she presently earns, which many are unhappy about. If you believe that is the only scam the Kardashians are participating in, you are mistaken. The entire situation appears strange, and it definitely comes across as dodgy. But it doesn't stop there because many details regarding Kim's money still don't fit up. and some believe she has been inflating her income and network. Listen, these crooks' pockets are full of holes, and this is nothing new for the Kardashians, as we all recall Kylie being exposed by Forbes for lying about the value of her Kylie Cosmetics brand, and she lost her billionaire title as a result. Kim is still officially a billionaire, but many people believe she does not act like one. Last year, the SEC investigated her for advertising the cryptocurrency Ethereum Max without including a disclaimer indicating that it was a sponsored ad and that she had been compensated for doing so. She was fined $1.26 million for participating in a pump and dump operation that tried to increase the price of Bitcoin before it was sold to investors. People have commented on how strange it is that Kim is still selling Instagram advertising despite becoming a billionaire, as this is not typical billionaire behavior. It's giving more Instagram influencer than millionaire businesswoman, and this is another reason people consider that low-key. She isn't as rich as she wants us to assume, and according to Kanye, people are right about that. Kim is definitely far from the opera girl. She has much less money than people believe, which is why Kanye was always careful to keep his money separate from hers, even when their marriage was still going well. He never wanted to become financially involved with her since he knew he would lose a lot of money at the end of it. A source told People magazine that they keep their accounts essentially separate. Before Kim became famous, she worked as a closet assistant for singer Brandy, but Kim stole from her. Kim, Brandy's closet assistant, had one-time access to her credit card. However, after Kim stopped working for Brandy, she, Kulo, and Rob took advantage of their access and stole $120,000 from Brandy's mother. This indicates Kim held on to the credit card information for years, waiting until she thought enough time had elapsed before committing the theft. To make matters worse, they attempted to conceal the paper trail by spending the stolen money at their stores, Dash, and Smooch, rather than utilizing it directly. To prevent suspicion, they disguised the stolen money as real income from their clothing stores, believing it would be more difficult to trade because Brandy buys so much apparel. But they were caught red-handed. Because of her relationship with Brandy and Ray J, Brandy's mother initially allowed Kim to return the money without incurring legal consequences. When she failed to refund the money for more than a year, she decided to sue them. But then Brandy and Ray J persuaded their mother to drop the lawsuit and settle the problem outside of the courts. According to Ray J, this was the real cause for his breakup with Kim. Kim's involvement in such money shenanigans did not end there, as she was allegedly linked to a money laundering scam. Before becoming famous, she had a sugar daddy named Joe Lo, an Asian man who she has been accused of assisting in the laundering of illegal funds. According to insiders, Kim and Joe Lo frequently visited Kazuya gambling houses. In 2009, she even claimed to have flown back to Los Angeles with a garbage bag full of $250,000 cash won at a Las Vegas casino. However, Joe Lo has been linked to money laundering activities. Thus, this could have been part of a wider plan. The informant stated that Lo is wanted by international authorities in connection with a multi-billion-dollar money laundering conspiracy. He is accused of masterminding a conspiracy to steal $4.5 billion from the Malaysian government, run the Economic Development Fund. Rahab was the winner in Malaysian development. The FBI investigated her, but they were unable to charge her with anything. And it appears that her financial issues have worsened since her divorce from Kanye, as she now in debt for $48 million, which is absurd to think about. A year ago, she took out a $48 million mortgage on her $70 million property. And the odd part is that she can't ask her family for aid because they're all severely in debt. Her mother, Kris Jenner, has a long history of debt, beginning with a $7.25 million loan in August 2018, according to The Sun. However, the following month, she was overtaken by a new arrangement for a massive $40 million loan with the financial firm Crosswind Venture Fund. Then, in January 2019, she borrowed $5.2 million and $5.25 million in June of same year, according to property records. Listen, everyone is borrowing money. Kylie also borrows $7.5 million. Long story short, the Kardashians are $132 million in debt, which is insane. But they got to pay for their luxury clothes and private jets somehow, right? Plus, their financial woes are just the latest in a long line of what people refer to as their flop era. And they may want to step up their game very quickly. And I mean very quickly. Oh, and if Kim thinks Kanye will bail her out, she should think again, because sources say Kanye is completely focused on his new wife Bianca and has no regard for Kim outside of their 4 children. Why? This is simply ridiculous. And some have said that the entire family's wealth is based on shams and scams, not to mention forging their paperwork to appear on rich lists, etc. People are becoming more aware of their own lives. Even a mother can't save them from their well-deserved fate. Prenuptial agreements rescue Kanye from a lot of trouble. Smart men desire to fall down hard and end up broke. Everything is a ruse. That's why she's trying to get North to work. Listen, the Kardashians and her family are some wild or crazy kids. But if you think that's weird, wait till you watch the commotion in the next video. Just wait for the craziness in the following video.